watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, in a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power four. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for this squad.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Kim. Caught. Turning it on. He's at the 30. Inside the touchdown, Eagles. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And you just cannot draw up the start of the season any better than that. Opening drive of the first game of the year and quick fire. You're down the field scoring 6. This offense is explosive.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave it, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays, so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. Great place to start for this offense. Wants to throw one first. Quick catch. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at it. If you do that, then you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick 6. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11.
Ready, 5, go!
They'll get the transfer rolling with an early carry. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They give it back to it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it out. It's raining. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They boot it away on 4th down. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. They'll move the tight end. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Moves the pocket. It's Kim. Right side, it's Mack. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to run it. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. On the return. He's brought down, and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. From the gun, it's Curtis. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll go to the counter play.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get 1st downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Pass completion moves the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Curtis. Defense all over him.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. He's got it. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. That's the end of the quarter, and Eastern Michigan has the lead. As we take a look at the stats, things a little one-sided so far. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Curtis. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Might as well run him again. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Sacramento State. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the 2nd half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. And the returner will be knocked down. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Looking downfield, it's Kim. Throws to the wideout. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. Now facing 3rd and short from their own 17. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. On the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Running inside, it's Collins. They were all over it.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. 1st and goal for the offense. Running the red zone, it's Collins. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He's going for the goal line. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Sacramento State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. And the Eagles racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. defense has it. They're on the move. Touchdown, Sacramento State. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Finds his target. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Looking to throw, it's Kim. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. Looking for room. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Rush is on. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Moving out to the right. Trying to make magic with his feet. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On third down, he drops to throw. Out wide left, it's Coleman Williams. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. Going to the run to start this second half. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Out wide right, it's Burrell. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll run the counter. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Right side, it's Moses. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Right at the line. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. I don't know if this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football. This offense has it with really good field position. to the air. It's Kim. Look out! Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision.
Snags it and he's open. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Bennett. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling...
Got some room in under the goal line, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan.
How about that drive they just put together to tie this football game up? That is exactly what we talked about in the half. Like, coaches circled him up, first drive, set the tone, tie this ball game up. That is great execution out of halftime.
Yeah, David, it looked like they really had a good plan, too. Obviously made some adjustments there at halftime, things that they would come out and try to attack this defense with, and it looks like they found something here, and that is a perfect way to start the second half. Now an opportunity here to take the lead.
Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, if they could stop the run, it was going to be really, really hard on the offense. And I just love the tenacity they're playing with right now. This front seven are flying around, getting to the ball carrier. This running back has had nowhere to go tonight.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Intercepted. The defense has set him up. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Sets his feet. It's Kim. Rush right in his face. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Into the third quarter of this edition of Midweek Action, it's 2nd and 10. Keeps it himself. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there, stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Now up by 4 here in the third quarter.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Fresh set of downs going up top. Taken in on the right side by Coleman. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. 1st down and 10. Hits inside. It's Collins. There he goes. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play they run.
Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Quarterback changing the play. Softened him up with a run, now to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Got his man. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Straight ahead, it's Rainey. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Absolutely center cut. That brings them to within 1.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. On the run, it's Bennett. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Now on 2nd down. Moving the pocket, it's Kim. And the pass falls incomplete. That's how we'll wrap up the 3rd quarter of play. But now, time for the 4th quarter. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play.
Go, go!
Gives it. Fighting off the defender. Nice move to pick up yardage. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Slips through the line. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. Quick give. It's Rainey. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Out wide right, it's Burrell.
And they get the completion, and they get out of bounds, which is obviously important to stop the clock.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Snaps it, and he has to have it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Listen, it's go time.
1st down here, what has been a highly entertaining Week 0 game. What a welcome to college football for this season. Tackled almost immediately, not a whole lot on that one. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They give it to him again. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. What they would give to help their kicker out with a few yards on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 55-yarder. Breaks into the open. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Long way to go on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Rainey. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for them.
And guys, a perfect opportunity here to take the lead late. A first down run on the doorstep. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They're going to run it. Touchdown, Sacramento State. They move on top here in the 4th. Going for 2 here to try to make the lead 7. He wants to throw it. Pass is incomplete. They can't convert the 2, and the lead stays at 5. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he pumps it up inside the 20. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. Now the offense will try to run out the clock with the lead. From the red zone, it's Rainey. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Snaps it in the shotgun. Unloads to the wideout. Snags it. He's stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Sacramento State. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Coming out with it, it's James. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Turns it upfield. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Kim. Pulls it in. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming.
Well, here we are late in the game, and this secondary, they are still covering. They forced the QB to hold on to it, and then he bailed out, trying to buy himself more time. Because he couldn't get rid of the football so quickly early, that allowed the pass rush to get to him.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got his man. He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the first down. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. Needs it here on fourth down. Fires to the wideout. At midfield, he's got room. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks.
Makes a grab and room to run. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. And they spike it to stop the clock. Second and long here. Looking to throw, it's Kim. Lets it fly. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game.
A shot toward the end zone. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hold on just a minute. We might have a finish here.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers, tight ends, and dudes that can hold on to the football, knowing that, hey, all we got to do is recover this onside kick, and David, we win the game.
And man, this is such a low percentage play, right? Like, it's so hard to kick an onside and actually have it bounce correctly and go right. You're right, they put the right players on the field. They didn't get the good bounce, and this one's over.
Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. They give it to the freshman, first carry of his career. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Offense will use a timeout, 19 seconds left in the game.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout called by the offense.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good!